Okay, we're back at Real Builds, and we're dealing with that clear coat problem that the Firebird had. Now, we've jumped a ways ahead simply because there was no point in boring you to tears, because once the design, we came up with the design that would allow us to keep as much of the original paint as possible while eliminating the dead clear coat and the clear coat that was peeling off. We've been sanding and more sanding. We started with 100 grit to eliminate the clear coat that was remaining, moved to 150, then 220, then 320, then primed, then back sanding with 220, then back to 320, and now we're on 400. So there's nothing new to show you except an awful lot of hard work. What you want to be careful of is picking your design, because if you get the design right, you can make it look really startling. If you get the design wrong, it's not going to look well. But like the other bodywork we showed you, this is all about preparation. So getting the old clear coat off, getting the surface smooth, priming, repriming. And we'll take a walk to the front and show you what I mean by that, because as we cleared the clear coat from the hood, we discovered lots of little imperfections, and you can see what I mean about sanding, more sanding, sanding a little bit more, sanding everywhere, and of course masking. Now there's lots of great videos out there that'll show you how to paint. So rather than reinvent the wheel, we're just going to show you what we're doing and how we've done it. So in the front, you'll notice it's a gray primer. This is a high build primer. You'll recall the hood had some pretty nasty scratches on it, and so did the front bumper. So the solution was sand it down, find out how bad it was, get it as smooth as we could, and then hit it with a high build primer, then sand it with 320, hit it with a high build, sand it with 320 to get the smoothest, best surface we could. Again, this is all about prep. You can see the masking, the time that's gone into that. This has blown a whole weekend, and hopefully Tuesday or Wednesday night we're going to be able to shoot the black over top of it all. So we're going to go back to sanding, and when we get to the paint we'll give you a holler. But just remember the basics. You want to use good quality products, the right primers, just like we did when we were doing the repairs on the wheel wells, and then preparation, taking your time, getting it clean, getting it sanded, getting it smooth, getting it to look right. And when you're dealing with this much area, that's a ton of boring work. Now, I've had a few friends over help me out, we've had the odd beverage, but still, it's a whole weekend to get it to where we're at now. I'm on the final sand, and then we're going to be ready for paint. So we'll be back to you when we're getting ready to spray that paint. Talk to you soon on Real Builds. Okay, we're back from Real Builds. Now the last time you saw the car, it was just getting its final sand before we painted it. And as I told you at the time, you'd already seen us doing painting and body repair, so we'd showed you all the steps. So rather than bore you to tears, we went ahead and painted it without filming it. Now, that's good and bad, because what you don't see is the problems we had with the paint. I ended up having to sand the paint out with 1000 grit, 1500 grit, 2500 grit, 2 levels of polish to get it to lay down and come up nicely. It's a good thing we put 4 coats of our favorite anti-rust enamel on the black. The car's now had its first cleanup and its first quick wax before we go to the show and shine tonight, so we thought we'd show it off a little bit. So that's the story on the bodywork. Now the interior was pretty much done. All we had left to do was the dash repair, which you can see has been completed, and all we did was use contact cement to put on a very thin vinyl layer, and it's done a really nice job of hiding the sins, as you can see. Interior looks awesome. The seats we got the Screamin' Deal on really make it pop. It's all nice and clean. That was all that scrubbing that we did, which was a royal pain, but well worth it. There's a little better view, so you can see how well that dash repair turned out. So we've now got a pretty good looking 84 Trans Am without a huge investment. And we'll run through the budget shortly, but tonight we're going to go out and have some fun, show off the car, and let people see the work that we've managed to accomplish. The paint scheme itself, we picked good angles to hide that damage that was on the clear coat, sand it off, redo it. Of course, the lower section was color matched, as we discussed. And it's created a pretty cool old car. Now, typical of a driver, farther away you get better lugs, but she's a neat old piece that has really come to life with a whole bunch of weekends work, a lot of sweat, but really not a lot of money. So we're going to take it out to the show tonight and unveil it. You'll get a chance to see it there and get a much better view, but it's a real good step in moving ahead, building your own first car, your own real build. And you can check out our other section to see things you can do once you've built that car. There's lots to do, lots of fun you can have either by yourself or with the family. It's one of my favorite views of the car. It just looks downright mean. And in our initial day of driving it, getting lots of thumbs up. Lots of people like the car. Overall, it's a neat piece. So we'll see you in a couple hours at our first show and shine. But it's cool. Okay, we're here from Real Builds, and it's our Trans Am's first car show. And as you can see in the bright sunshine, she's looking pretty awesome. So we're going to tour around the show a little bit ourselves, and then come back and see what the reactions are.
Yep. Marvelous.
Got to admit, the TA fits in real well in this lineup. And no one would guess how little is invested in.
Are we in your way?
No, go right ahead.
Okay. Thanks.
The colors really pop. And it just looks good. Lots of positive comments, lots of people looking. It's just a pretty car done on a budget. So from our first show and shine with the Trans Am, this is Real Builds. We're going to sign off for the night. Take care.